Yo, what's good? This is Casey for L King Self for Life Wrestling Takes, and you're now watching Casey for L Wrestling Takes Show. Double check and make sure the volume is up. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is your boy Casey King Self for Life Wrestling Takes. Before we get into talking about everything wrestling, from me pulling up to the homeboy stream yesterday, yeah, he was wilding like he always does, but that's the homie. Salute to the brother King Mike. Keep doing what you're doing, bro. Before I start this stream though, man, I got to say I send my condolences out to Timberland, Missy Elliott, the whole I forgot what they was a group. Listen, you had Genuine, you had the late Aaliyah, you had the late Static. All of them was in this group with this young brother right here. Man, I just got this news. I'm not playing with you. Magoo has passed away. He was 50 years old, man. It's funny. Hip-hop just turned 50 as well. And I'm like, man, listen, I've been rocked because this is my generation right here. Come on now. The hits that they just put out, come on. You remember the song, love to love ya, love ya, love ya. Ooh, love to, and then, I got my hands on you. I wanna do. I want your Indian flu. Ooh, da da, ooh, da da, ooh. Listen, the hits they put out, then the one track they did with Tweet. This is for one and all. Listen, they had hit at the hit. Look at it, man. This brother. Look, I don't really know what else to say, man. As of right now, they don't know what the cause of death was, but this brother will be missed. He will be missed, ladies and gentlemen. He will be missed for real, man. I'm sending my prayers up to Tim, for Missy, for Genuine, for all the cats this brother was tight with, man. And like I always say, the most important thing is I pray to God that this brother actually had a real relationship with Christ before he got up out of here, because that's the only thing that matters at the end of the day. You can have all these great accolades, you can do all these great things, but everything that lasts is what you done for Christ. And if you giving your life to him, that's the only thing that's going to matter when you take your last breath. None of us know when it's our time to go, but before you get up out of here, you better know. I don't care. This is not even no game. You better know that you know that you are born again. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. All right. Let's go ahead and talk about AEW Collision from yesterday. I told y'all I was out all day yesterday. Had a family event going on. We was in the state of Indiana. We was in Gary, Indiana. Had a great time. It was real nice. Got an opportunity to see some family members. I ain't seen it forever. It was cool. Then today I was out doing my rideshare business. I was like, you know what? I'll come on here. I'll talk about AEW Collision. Ladies and gentlemen, this show just continues to get better and better by the day. I don't know what it is about Collision, man, but it just feels like it's a real, true pro wrestling show. It has 50% storytelling, 50% wrestling, all mixed together. Building up, I said, give us a couple of matches or a match or two going into All Out, because we already know what's going on at All In. Remember, Tony Khan trying to book 2 back-to-back pay-per-views for the people who not really paying attention. We got All In on August 27th. Then we got All Out live from the backyard over here at the United Center. No, I won't be going because I got another family event. I'm going outside the state. I'll be going to Hannibal, Missouri. So I won't be here for All Out. Now, here's the deal. More than likely, I'll probably be doing All Out review that Monday, because I'll be coming home on All Out. So I'll be watching All Out afterwards. So I'm not even finna look at I'm not looking at no spoilers. I don't want no text messages from nobody, nothing. I don't want to know nothing. I'm taking Twitter off. I don't need to know nothing. I'm going to come in. I'm going to watch the show from scratch. If I'm not here, like I said, I will be here. I'm going to get here. And y'all know, just like with All In, right after the show is done, I'll be doing a live review. All Out, like I said, it's the very next day, because I'm coming home doing All Out. But anyway, this show right here, man, I don't know what it is, man. I watch this show and I sit here and I try my best to see what it is that I'm not really feeling on this show. Like, honestly, I legit do that. Like, for real, I do that. And when the show just flows, everything just comes together. Storylines matter, matchups matter. I'm like, you got yourself a great pro wrestling show, And that's what we ask. That's all we want. I don't want you out here bull jabbing like how you do on Dynamite and Rampage. Give us something. Like I said, I want this for Rampage and Dynamite. This is what I want. And everything that happened on this show, man, listen, we're going to break everything down. And I'm going to talk about him going off on Hangman again. And it was word about him and Ryan Nemeth getting into it. Listen, man, look. Do y'all understand what's really going on? Everything with this company from this point on is just a work. I'm sorry, it's a work, and it's goofiness. That's all it is. That's all. It really ain't. I really don't have anything else to go into details on that stuff, because it seems like certain things happen, the IWC gets shook or they get triggered, and everybody got to start talking about it. Oh, I got to get plugs for my channel. I got to get views. So let me start talking about this right here. That's the name of the script. That's the name of the script that continues to happen over and over and over again. Anyway, let's break down this doggone show. This time they're in North Carolina. Greensboro Coliseum, North Carolina. Crowd was crazy. Nuts. Get the promo kickoff. CM Punk, FTR talk about what they gonna do. House of Black. Ricky Stark's about to go off on Ricky Dragon. Who else got a promo? I'm about to call them Street Profits. The Acclaim, they said something. The Bullet Club Gold had an opportunity to say something. And I think the women, Willow and Chris, they had an opportunity to say something too. And Diamante and Mercedes, everybody had an opportunity to say something. Everybody. So we kicked the show off. Right off the jump. What transpired at the end of Collision last week? Ricky Starks going nuts on Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Tony Schiavone is in the ring because he wants to get an explanation from Mr. Ricky. Why did you do what you did? Well, on this show, it seems anytime you do repercussions, I guess you get suspended. I guess they really trying to make it as if when you do something dumb, you quote unquote will have to pay the consequences, which makes sense because that's what WWE used to do back in the day. They don't do it anymore. They don't even care. They just do what the heck they want to do. This, I thought it was perfect. That man actually had to explain himself why he did what he did. And let me tell you something. Ricky Starks the way how he cuts his promos, you have to stay with him. You have to listen carefully because you can get so mesmerized with what the heck he's talking about that you don't even understand what he's talking about. That's how good this man was. He said because of what Ricky Starks did, because of what Ricky Steamboat did, he deserved that butt whooping. It's kind of like when your kids get out of line, you have to spank their behinds. That's exactly what he did because he screwed them out of winning the championship last week. He got that beat down. So he said, regardless of my so-called suspension, I'm going to be raising havoc for here on out. Because he said, this is my show. I'm the face of the AEW. Listen, the boy has it. Ricky Starks has it. Let me tell y'all something. I don't know if my man going to win any singles gold. I'm not sure. But I can tell you this. AEW better hold on tight to this brother. Because I guarantee you, Ricky Starks might be one of the first ones outside of Cody Rhodes to go jump ship. And if he jump ship and he go join WWE, listen. WWE might got something on their hands. That's why I say, TK, you better do whatever you can to keep this dude locked up. Keep him locked up. Keep him locked up because I'm telling you right now, this man is good. Ricky Starks is great. If you allow him to go jump ship and he joined WWE, man, listen, I think he could be even great in WWE as well. For real. So, keep this going. I like this. And what I always say, excuse me because I'm about to sneeze real quick. Hold on. Okay, nothing came out, so I apologize about that. Perfect, though. So he said he's going to be raising havoc no matter what. Like I said, he talked about CM Punk situation, but that's what he on right now. Now, as of right now, that's what they doing with Ricky. We'll see where it goes, but he said he's still pulling up. He's still going to pull up. He said he going to make all kind of havoc no matter what he do. Then we get a video recap of the feud between FTR and the Young Bucks as they get ready for their matchup going into All In. Listen, the video packages is what makes you give a crap. WWE, like I always say, they are the kings. AEW is learning how to do video packages, which is a plus. This is great for them. I say keep this up. Watch the E. When the E puts video packages together, take freaking notes. And you know what? I'll give a shout out to Impact. Impact is pretty good with the video packages as well. So AEW, Tony Khan, whoever works in the back with the video production, keep taking notes because those two are great examples on how you put together a video package. The video package showcasing their rivalry, outstanding. So we get the Acclaim, Max Caster. They rap, come out there, and as you know, somebody is missing. Daddy A, he's missing. He is missing, I'm telling you. He is missing. And like I said, this is going to play a huge role as they move further into whatever TK and them got planned for them. They go against these new cats that them pulled up. They call themselves Iron Savages. Beat the snot out of them. Claim beat the brakes off them. After that, they cut a very heart-to-heart promo about Daddy A being with them. They brought the boots in. They said no matter what, they say they're going to continue to chase those AEW tag team titles, but in the meantime, they're going to make sure that the legacy of Daddy A will never be forgotten. And no matter where he's at home watching, you are always going to represent. And then they said they did this scissor me, with each other, even though minus Billy Gunn, he's not there. But I'm telling you, Billy Gunn's situation will play a huge role the moment the Acclaim, quote unquote, try to go up for the tag team titles. I feel it. I feel it in my gut. We get Bullet Club Gold cutting a backstage promo. Jay White and his fellow men talking about the Elite. So they kind of teased, and I seen somewhere it was going to be a multi-man match between the Elite and the Bullet Club Gold going into All In. So they kind of taking shots. Perfect. I mean, that's what you want to do. Take the shots. The Gun spoke. Juice Robinson, with his goofy stuff. So then we get to the women's matchup. Willow Nightingale, Chris Statlander versus Diamante and Mercedes Martinez. Now, there have been a lot of talks as of late because Thunder Rosa is right around the corner. Apparently, she actually got rest. She was wrestling at some event where she wrestled for about a good 5 minutes just to test that back out. There's word going around that there is a Hispanic women's mafia getting ready to get together. And they said Thunder Rosa may be at the helm. This is why Diamante and Mercedes Martinez has been linked up. And I said, you know what? Hey, by all means, what have cats like me King Mike, shout out to my main man Mel, and so many others have been going in on Tony Khan and them about the women's division. Make things matter. Make things make sense. And you know what? The pairing between Diamante and Mercedes Martinez, look, I ain't mad at it. And guess what? They beat them. They cheated, but they found a way to beat Willow and Chris. I actually thought Willow and Chris was going to win. Nope. The Hughes went over, and I say that is perfect. Fantastic. Why? It gets you to care about what's going to happen next week. Well, matchup is set. Next week, I believe it's going to be Willow versus Mercedes, if I'm not mistaken. Hold up. No. Mercedes is going against Chris next week. Cool. Hey, so we know a lot of people wonder how come they stuff ain't on All In. I don't know. I think TK want to save them for All Out. I think that's what he's doing. I think he wants to save, because it feels like Collision is more focusing on the All Out show, while Dynamite is more going towards the All In. Now, we got a couple of people who work on Collision will be participating in All In, but it seems like the Collision side of things is more so the All Out card. That's what it feels like to me. We get a backstage interview, Toni Storm, with this 1950s gimmick that she's running around with. Now, I said it. I was in my boy's stream yesterday, and he was going in about Toni Storm, about her possibly going back to the E. Let me tell you something. Toni Storm is the type. I believe this. She's had a pretty decent run so far. I believe this. Toni Storm may sign for maybe 2 more years, but it would not shock me at all if she go back to the E. It wouldn't shock me at all. It would not shock me at all. But I'm liking this thing because everybody been asking for character development with women. She is playing this psychotic 1950s character as if nothing matters. All that matters is she's going to get her championship and she's going to win it back at All In. Now, I don't think so. I do not think so, man. Listen. I know Soraya's in it, and we know Britt gonna be in there. I do not want neither one of them winning. She needs to freaking retain that championship. She needs to retain it. I don't give a care what nobody got to say. I don't care. You don't put that title on Sheeta just to make her a transitional champion. Because, see, now we're going backwards. Now, you're going to make sure that certain cats like my main man King Mike and them look right. Because you out here bull jiving. TK on bull jive mode. We don't have time to be bull jiving. Akira Sheeta need to walk in and she need to walk out. That's the bottom line. I don't care what nobody got to say. She got to walk in. She better walk out. Samoa Joe versus this new cat, Andrew Everett. You know what, man? Look here. Now, obviously, this was a squash match, but he actually had some. He looked like he could be something. He tried to do a couple of things, and the fans kind of went nuts and kind of went crazy. But you knew dang well he wouldn't beat Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe laid his behind out, choked the mess out of him, beat the brakes off of him. Then he got on the mic, and he called CM Punk out again. And he said since CM Punk does not want to answer him, he's asking him politely to meet him at All In. He said, I'm going to have to put matters into my own hands later on. So that lets you know he probably going to end up pulling up in the main event. So we get Christian Cage and Luchasaurus making their way to the ring. And Christian goes off on North Carolina. And he says, I know everybody love Michael Jordan because this is where y'all from. But I just want to let y'all know. Oh, yeah, and I know everybody love Ric Flair and all this stuff. But at the end of the day, LeBron James is the greatest NBA player of all time. I said, boy, here you go. So he talked about Darby Allin. He said, Darby, you basically wasted your time. I'm going to beat you. Lucha's going to beat you. And he's still playing this game as if he's the TNT champion. He know dang well he is not the TNT champion. And I don't know what's wrong with Luchasaurus, but Luchasaurus, you better wake the heck up, bro. Because your man, he ain't right. He is trying to relive his glory days. That ain't him no more. He is an excellent mouthpiece. He's doing what his work of what he's doing right now is fantastic. Whatever Christian does, I'm paying full attention to. So as he out here running his mouth, we ain't seen these two in forever. Arn Anderson and Brock Anderson come out of nowhere, answer the call. Because obviously, Luchasaurus is going to be wrestling. So they respond to the beatdown that happened to them a couple of months ago. And they pretty much said that, we're not even talking to you right now, Christian. We talking to the Lizard Man in there. Hey, Lizard Man, you're the TNT champion, not him. I said, facts. No lies spoken. No lies spoken. He told the truth. So we got the matchup, and this was a squash match. Luchasaurus basically annihilated Brock Lesnar. Brock Anderson. He annihilated Brock Anderson, beat the snot out of him. It wasn't nothing. So after the matchup, Darby comes out of nowhere, and they run off. He hits Lucha in the back with the skateboard. Christian gets out, and he said, I don't care what it takes. I'm winning that championship back at All In. It does not matter what you clowns do. It does not matter at all. So I thought this was good. They playing up to the story. You know what's going to happen. Lucha versus Darby at All Out. The problem is, Tony Khan, you hear me? You hear me correctly. You bet not take that title off of Luchasaurus. Don't you dare do it. I don't care how much you want to do it. Don't you dare do it. I understand you want to. It ain't time. Luchasaurus and Christian need to hold on to that title for as long as they need to hold on to it. We got Tony Schiavone in the ring. Powerhouse Hobbs comes out to address what's going on with him. And he said, as of late, I've been looking like a complete joke. My booking has been terrible. I've been hanging out with that loser QT Marshall and that whatever that girl name is, Harley Cameron. Those losers are a waste of time. I got to get back to what made me relevant, which is the Book of Hobbs. So, next chapter of the Book of Hobbs is the redemption chapter. So, I got to redeem myself after I was, quote-unquote, screwed out of my TNT title and screwed out of the Owen Hart tournament. So, I'm calling out the Redeemer himself. Well, called Miro out. He said, get your butt up out here right now. Well, Miro comes out, and out of nowhere, QT Marshall and Solo pull up and beat the snot. They beat the snot. I'm telling you, they tried to, no. They tried to beat the snot out of him, and he laid them out. He laid the both out. Then he got in the ring with Miro. I'm sorry, y'all. Miro got in the ring with Hobbs, and this is the cleanest spine buster in the game. Nobody can do a spine buster like Hobbs. He does it so effortlessly. It's that great. This is why I'm still hanging on to Hobbs being our very first black AEW World Heavyweight Champion. He will be our first. I don't know why. I know we got Swerve out here talking about pushing himself with the doggone title. I just feel like Hobbs is the one that's being prepped. I don't know why I feel that way. It feels like Hobbs is going to be our first. I don't know how long it's going to be, but I'm telling you, Hobbs will be our first. He will be our first. And when he win that thing, you best believe we will be going nuts. Everybody. But he laid that man out, one of the cleanest spine busters in the... So there's your matchup for All Out. Miro versus Will Hobbs. Now here's my deal. Neither one of these cats need to be losing. Neither one of them. Miro just getting back, and we know dang Will Hobbs don't need to be losing no pay-per-view. Neither one of them. So what the heck do you do? How do you book the finale of that matchup? How do you book it? I don't know, but that's a Tony Khan problem. That's what he's going to have to figure out. So, main event time, baby. Jim Ross comes out. He joins the commentary team. Ian and Nigel McGuinness are doing their roles perfectly, man. They are doing... Listen, Collision just flows that much. Listen, you know your show is great when the show just flows. When the show flows, that's when you know your show is outstanding. It's off the chain. Man, this main event right here, man, was just nothing but story. I didn't realize that I actually wanted to see a Malachi Black versus CM Punk matchup. The storytelling that was going on in this matchup, it didn't even make no type of sense. It didn't make no sense, and that's what made it make sense. They was out here just... Listen, we know dang well CM Punk is not the wrestler that he used to be, but he knows he relies heavy on the storytelling. FTR, they do that, and every member in the House of Black, from Malachi Black, Brody King, and Buddy Matthews. Now, speaking of him, I didn't even talk about it. Him and Rhea are engaged. Kudos to them. Buddy Matthews got tired of the jokes. He was tired of the freaking jokes. He got engaged to Rhea. Excellent. Kudos to them. And then you had Julie out there with her little spooky looking self. Man, look, these clowns was going North Carolina fans were on their feet. They were excited. They enjoyed everything about this. I mean, like I said, the storytelling's out of this world. Now, I'm going to talk about the very conclusion because I ain't even talk about everything that happened in the match. So, now, was it Bryce or was it Paul? I think Paul had this matchup. So, CM Punk went flying into where the fans was, right? Paul was not paying no attention. He was too busy focusing on what was going on in the ring. Samoa Joe came out of nowhere and he choked the mess out of CM. I mean, he laid his behind out, choked him out, put that boy to sleep. Meanwhile, the members of FTR, Dax and Cash, they couldn't do nothing with Brody King and Buddy. Brody King and Buddy laid their behinds out. They tried to hold it down, but they couldn't. They couldn't. So therefore, House of Black retained their trios championships. Now you have to ask yourself, who does the House of Black face at All Out? They not putting up at All In. I'm saving them for All Out. Guess who they going against? That's right, LFL. Whenever everybody show up, whenever Roosh get back, whenever Preston Vance get back, and we already know. Now, like I said, I talked about it. I heard Charlotte Flair and Andrade kind of having marital problems. I'm praying that they can work things out, figure things out. Like I said, I just, I don't like divorce. I'm one. Listen, look here. As y'all know, I have the utmost respect for women. I'm not like other cats who hop on here just calling women out their name. That's what if that's what you do on your channel, you do you. But when you come to my channel, I got the utmost respect for women, even if I don't like to say women. Y'all know I could care less about Charlotte Flair. But the one thing you're not going to ever hear me is disrespect her or call her out her name. Now, when I say android, I'm talking about based on how she's speaking on the mic. But you would never hear me call her a female dog or anything like that. I think Charlotte is a beautiful woman, and I think Andrade has a blessed wife. Now, the problem is they've been having marital issues. I don't know what the clown is going on, but I'm just praying that they can work things out. Just work it out. Andrade, Charlotte, work it out. Work it out. Whatever you need to do, work that stuff out. So, Andrade, Roosh, Preston Vance, Jose, whenever y'all get y'all behinds back, we need y'all to go against the House of Black at All Out and take them trios titles off of them, because House of Black has been having a somewhat decent run. As of late, they've been showcasing why they're the best trios champions of all time right now. They showcasing why they them. All of them is great. Buddy Murphy, Brody King, Malachi, and Julia doing what she do. And we knew dang well CM Punk and FTR wouldn't win them titles. You already knew that wouldn't happen. I mean, come on now. But I thought the main event was fantastic. I loved everything that happened in. I mean, even the sit down when Malachi and CM Punk sat down, because CM Punk does that all the time. Malachi does it. They sat down and they was just looking at each other. Them fans was like, "This is awesome." I'm like, look. I mean, crazy, just crazy, man. I'm telling you, absolutely crazy. I'm like, dog, this is what I like in my wrestling. I told you, storytelling is the nut. Look, you could do flips and dives all you want, but storytelling is the key to keeping people invested in a matchup. It's the storytelling that keeps people watching a freaking wrestling show. And Collision seems to continue to do it. This is week 8, and they've dominated again. That's why, as of right now, Collision is my favorite show. It's my number one show. Like I said, look at. If I had to rank the shows, this is how I would rank the shows. I would put Collision as number 1. I'll put SmackDown as number 2. I'll put Dynamite as number 3. I'll put Impact as number 4. I'll put NXT as number 5, and then I'll put Raw as number 6. So that's how I ranked all my wrestling shows. Collision number 1, SmackDown number 2, Impact number 3, NXT number 4. No. Collision number 1, SmackDown number 2, Dynamite number 3, Impact number 4, NXT number 5, and then Monday Night Raw. That's my wrestling shows, how I rank them. You can rank your shows any kind of way you want, but that's how I rank. I ain't, like I said, I'm trying to think of anything that I wasn't feeling. No, I enjoyed everything on Collision. I absolutely did. Like I said, normally it's always something that I don't like. It's always something. I don't care what promotion it is. That's what I say. Certain people think I'm shit. I'm like, no. If I enjoy something, I'm gonna tell you why I enjoy it. I'm not finna sit up here and just hate on something because that's what cats want me to do. No. Same thing when I'm watching WWE. If it's like I said, Monday Night Raw was actually good this past week. Let's see if they can keep it up today. Let's see if they can keep this thing going. But like I said, if it's good, I'm gonna tell you it's good. If it's bad, I'm gonna tell you it's bad. I'm not gonna sit up and hate because that's what cats want you to do, because that's the end thing to do. No. Like I said, I keeps it 100%. I keeps it fair. I keeps it right. And I keeps it factual. I tell you, when you come to these streets, when you come to the KCFL Wrestling Take show, like I said, I apologize every day. Like I said, if I'm stuttering over my words, I hate that. I don't like. I want to be able to talk and speak to y'all, and y'all can understand everything I'm saying. But man, look, when I'm here, I'm in the zone. I'm going off. I'm going off, and I'm here to tell you exactly what I'm enjoying, man. And like I said, right now, Collision is number one for me. Collision is number one, but also prayers up to Vikingo. So Vikingo messed around, and I don't know what happened, but after his matchup, whoever he was wrestling at Triple X Mania, whatever he was wrestling at, he passed out, and he had to be stretched out to the hospital. I'm hoping he good, but like I said, when you be doing all them crazy moves again, what is Vikingo known for? He's known for doing the flips and dives. He probably did some crazy move and messed around and got himself a concussion. You got to be careful, man, doing all that crazy stuff, man. You trying to be around. You're not trying to put yourself in a wheelchair or something like that. But like I said, man, prayers up to him. But anyway, man, I ain't really got nothing else to say. This is your boy KCFL King Self for Life Wrestling the Takes. Y'all cats know exactly what to do. Listen, if you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. I'm telling you, we only growing. We getting bigger and bigger by the day. Hit that like button so cats like that's not really familiar with me, they can see my video recommended. You see all the other cats videos recommended. You see my video. Wait a minute, KCFL Wrestling Takes. He talking about AEW. Let me check this cat out right quick. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and I always do. I appreciate the feedback. Hit them comment sections up. Come on, y'all. Let me know what y'all think about the shows. I'm telling you, let me know what y'all think about me as a person. Like I said, how I'm coming across to y'all. I tell you, I try to be as open, as honest, as authentic as I possibly could be. Hey, I ain't got nothing else to say. I'll talk to y'all cats later. I'll let you boy.